Hi everyone, it's Little Blue and you're listening to my podcast, aka Little Blue. And right now outside, it is really blowing a storm. It's crazy out there. I just keep hearing the rain getting bashed against my kitchen and living room windows, and like the bins have just gone over, I think, because there was an almighty crash about 5 minutes ago. And it's really windy out there. But there's something about being cozy in your living room when it's stormy or something outside, and just being able to watch it from the comfort of your own home when you're nice and dry. I don't know if it dates back to like school time when you had rainy day play, wet day play, whatever you called it, where it's too wet to go outside, so the teachers would have to keep you all in the classroom and find stuff for you to do. So the board games would come out, the cards would come out, the drawing or crafts would come out and things like that. I used to love it. I think I've probably just shown my age there as well, because it depends on what age you are to what activities the teachers probably provided, because I guess now they've all got screens and stuff, because the internet wasn't even around when I was at school, really. So yeah, it's something nice about it. I don't know what it is, but I just can't. It was like this last night, and last night I was thinking the same thing. How can it be so wet and cold and miserable in one place, and then in another place it is so dry that the land is literally bursting into flames? You almost want to sort of bottle up this weather and just send it over to Australia, don't you? Because, I'm so, not obsessed, but I just can't stop thinking about Australia and everything going on there, because it's just unfathomable, isn't it? You just can't imagine how destructive it must be. I mean, if you're there, obviously you can see it. And my friend whose family are there, they said it's got so close to them now. They're on the west, and they said it's close enough for them to smell it now, and it's all they can smell is this burning. And it's so heart-wrenching. And you want to do something, like the rest of the world desperately want to help, and we just don't know what to do. And I feel so useless. I don't have money. I can't donate. The only thing I can do is share the posts and share the awareness. As soon as I see someone that's made a t-shirt, or somebody that's doing an activity to raise money, or somebody that is just collecting donations. My mum, however, my mum is knitting joey pouches, and she's got 3 knitting patterns. One's like a joey pouch, one's a sling for koalas, and then there was something else for kangaroos, I think. And she's knitting them, and she's got the address, and she's going to send them all off. And she said the joey pouches are actually really easy to knit, so she's going to send me over the link so I can do them, because I can knit, I'm just not very good, but she reckons I'll be able to do this. So I want to knit some, and they want them in really bright colours as well. So if she sends me that information over, I'll pop something on my Instagram for any of you knitters or crocheters, and you need a project, because it would be amazing, because there are so many animals out there that are they've lost their pet mums and dads. All these baby kangaroos. Oh, I saw a picture of all these baby kangaroos in these knitted little things, and they're just so cute. And like a koala that's got this sling on, because the burns are so bad, they just need something soft. They need that wool, and it's just heartbreaking. I did hear a really lovely little nature fact, if you will, today. Wombats live underground, and they have been seen to be ushering and like literally herding in animals into they're called burrows, where they live, just herding them into the holes to keep them away from the fire. So they've got snakes, and they've got insects, and they've got all sorts of creatures living with them. I mean, how incredible is that? The animal kingdom is just amazing, and to see that sort of kindness in animals is just so inspirational, when human beings can't even do it, as supposedly intelligent as we are. There are people that would rather have their fellow man sleep on the streets than offer them a bed for the night. You know what I mean? It's just incredible. I saw that story. I shared it on Facebook, actually. Maybe I'll pop a link on Instagram if you if you follow me on Instagram. But if you don't, I do have a Facebook page called Little Blues Thank You, which is my original name. And yeah, go and follow me on Facebook, because I often post inspirational stories on there, and that is sort of my main focus at the moment is sharing some of the wonderful things that are going on in Australia, because I've heard some really beautiful stories. Like there was a kangaroo who he lost his mum as a joey, and this family took him in, raised him, and then released him to the wild. And when the bushfires started, when they started, he ran back to this house, and he is currently living in the living room that he grew up in with the family who raised him. And I just thought, wow, he remembered the kindness and just went back to find it, and it's just beautiful. And then there was another like community who, there was this Christmas tree. I don't know the full story ins and outs, but it was something like this Christmas tree was the only thing that survived another fire. There was something significant about the representation of that Christmas tree within the community. And the firefighters out there did everything. They like put a protective bubble around the tree, so the tree was the only thing that didn't get burnt. And it is still standing, and it's given all of the community hope. And they just, around Christmas time, just stood around this tree because it was the only living thing left out of all the destruction. And it just really moves me, that sort of thing. And I just think that is how life should be, isn't it? It shouldn't take a natural disaster for things to be highlighted like that. That is how life should be. We should all just be able to live and be kind, and to offer our help and our love to everyone and everything around us. Like today is actually a really good example. We've had a lovely day today. I took baby Blue swimming. We've not been swimming in ages. Funny thing happened at the swimming pool though. Got our stuff locked in the locker. Had a lovely swim, all of that. Got out, the key would not turn in the lock. Thankfully, I took baby Blue's towel out. I always do. I take it onto poolside with us so I can put it straight on her so she doesn't get too cold. But oh my gosh, we could not open this thing. We had to get the lifeguards. We then had to get the manager, what's his name, the facilities manager out, and got our clothes in the end, and were able to get dried to go. But oh my gosh, it was quite funny. Thankfully, we didn't have anywhere to go. We weren't in a rush, so we weren't panicking. We saw the funny side of it, which is what you have to do in those situations, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, we went swimming. We went out for a coffee with baby Blue's dad, and then we went to this. It's like a charity shop, but it's more than a charity shop. This is the thing. It's a charity shop for children. It's called Beatitudes, and they do have a few branches. And it is run by a group. I think it's a church group, but they basically have a kitchen in there. They have a play area for the kids in there, and the kids can play with the stock because it's a second hand. There's certain stock that stays there all the time, like they've got this play kitchen and things like that. And they then put like cars in it that have been donated, so the kids can actually try before you buy almost. So if there is a toy they really like, you can then go, oh yeah, I like that, I'll buy it. But it's wonderful because it gives the kids chance to play while you can look round at all the boring stuff, because they need a new pair of shoes, or second-hand pair of shoes, and you get to shop, and it's really lovely. And we just pop in to see the ladies because they're all so wonderful, and they offer you a cup of tea, which you don't get in a normal shop, do you? We've had cake, we've had chocolates over Christmas, they gave baby Blue a Christmas present. They organised a Christmas party as well, where Father Christmas turned up for all of them, and what they said to the parents in the lead up to it is, if you find something in the shop that they'd like, a toy that we can wrap up and give to them, then that'd be lovely. So baby Blue got a frozen cushion. She collects cushions. She's crazy about cushions. So I found a frozen one. So she's got a frozen cushion with a book, and we've read the book, and she absolutely loves it. So it's just lovely. And they also gave her a My Little Pony toy for her birthday, because that was just before Christmas too. And they're wonderful ladies. They also organise trips out. We've been to the seaside with them. And they also did one to a farm, which we didn't go to, but it's just this wonderful community, and they actually want to close this shop down in our town. It will be closing and hopefully just moving, because it has been a lifeline for us. The things I have bought from there for like £1, or like I got a high chair for £4, an IKEA high chair for £4 because it was dirty, and they said if you want to clean it, you can have that for £4. Like, yeah. So I just took it home, bleached it in the bath, done. But it's just an amazing place, and we go there all the time. We went there today. Sorry, give them a little bit of a heads up there. That wasn't the intention. But was just standing in there, and baby Blue was playing, and I was just shopping. I was looking for vests for her. had a chat with the ladies behind there because they were all lovely. And then there was another mum, and her daughter was playing with Baby Blue, and they were getting on so well. And we just started chatting and things like that. And one thing, before I knew it, she's opening up to me about her life and about her relationship. And she is pretty much in the same situation, maybe a little bit worse than me, that I was in this time last year. And I have just given her a ton of advice. And we were like, literally, I was getting ready to leave, and then we ended up just chatting with her. She was going to go and get a sandwich, and we ended up just going for a walk together and chatting. This was a lady I didn't know this morning. And now we've been WhatsApping all afternoon. We're friends on Instagram now, and our daughters are the same age. She's got another little boy, and she's expecting as well. And her situation sounds so... literally everything she says to me, I can say, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're doing. And she's doing everything right. But I've given her the names of some charities that have helped me, some organisations that have helped me. And hopefully we can stay in touch, and we can just... If she needs someone in the middle of the night, she's got someone that understands. She's got that person that just gets it, which is... I was lucky enough to have that because sadly one of my family members has been through a similar situation. So I had her to talk to. And the fact that I've given her that crutch, that little comfort blanket is just... It's lovely, and it's in a way, it's a way for me to pay it forward to someone. And I never really saw myself as a guru. I always saw myself as the one that needed the help. But I guess things are good. Things are better than they were. Like, she's at the beginning of this awful journey right now. And I am a year on. I know I'm nowhere near out the woods, but... And I did say to her, the one thing I didn't expect was the PTSD side of it. And I've sort of said to her, if it does come to it, just see your doctor. Just be honest. Always talk about your mental health, because if you are on your own and you don't have that partnership anymore, you need it. You really need it. Especially she's got 2, nearly 3 children, and if she's gonna be brave and go it alone, then yeah. But it was so lovely, and now I've got a new friend. I've made a friend. You do, as an adult, you don't make friends that often, do you? Unless you're in a job and someone starts work and you've got a new work friend. But you don't actually just make somebody that isn't a school friend, a work friend, a Zumba friend, or a swimming friend. Like, somebody you literally just meet. You can do that as kids, can't you? You just meet someone in the street and you're friends. You've been friends ever since. But yeah, it's just really lovely to have made a new friend. And my social anxiety wouldn't usually let me do that. And when she said, can I have your number? I was a little bit, and I was like, no, she needs my help. I'm going to give her my number. And I just gave her my number. And yeah, and then I said, what's your Instagram? Let's think. And that way we can sort of genuinely keep in touch rather than just taking your number and never using it. Because let's face it, we've all done that. But I genuinely think she wants a friend right now. And if I can give that to her, how amazing is that? And I think that's what we need. Like, it's like the Australian community all coming together. If we can just support everybody around us, you obviously have to be careful because not everybody is trustworthy. Not everyone is wonderful. But when you can genuinely feel someone needs help, if you can offer something, no matter how small, if it's just understanding, if it's just a shoulder to cry on, if it's just a cuddle, if it's just a little bit of spare change so they can get the bus home, it's so meaningful and so amazing to another person, and it makes you feel really wonderful. It really, really does. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that's a nice positive sort of thought to the day, that life is rubbish, but as you move on you can find the strength to help other people, because I keep saying it, if we all helped each other, if we were all kind, and if we all did it all the blooming time, the world would be so amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah. And it's as simple as saying thank you. It really is. Anyway, I've got to go. But take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic week. Don't get wet in the rain if it's raining. Take your umbrellas and wrap up warm. But look after yourselves. Have a good one. Bye.